The universe is a mysterious place, filled with unbound potential. When we look out for answers, we often come back with more questions. But if we are willing to accept that, then we only have more to gain. The Milky Way galaxy is full of many unique civilizations which have moved beyond the point of armed conflict. The Galactic Assembly provides a forum for issues to be resolved by skilled diplomats and negotiators. War could still break out, but for now the galaxy was at peace. In a quiet corner of the galaxy sits Earth, the blue jewel, the homeworld of humanity. Humans have yet to develop the means for faster than light travel, and are thus protected as a primitive society. The nearby Volpok Stellar Federation, or VSF for short, is committed to the defense of Earth and the Sol system from outside interference. Civilization and societal research is more useful when there is no chance of contamination. With a hidden observation post in orbit around Earth, the Volpoks had to be cautious. There is no room for error. The Volpoks were a race of fox-like beings that stood a bit shorter on average than humans. They are renowned for their peaceful temperament and intelligence, although they aren't as well suited to colonization. Their homeworld, the Den, was like a paradise made just for them. It was a world much like Earth. The one massive ocean on the planet surrounds a Pangea-like continent, filled with lush green forests and occasional, extremely densely populated urban centers. Their government is an electronic direct democracy, headed by Prime Minister Taloff, where all citizens vote directly on most matters regarding the state of the nation. This included citizens on approved colonies as well, through transmission beacons. The Volpoks shined for all to see. They had been given a paradise and kept it one. Aboard the Earth observation post was a team of skilled scientists, political scientists, and military officials, all of whom monitor various activities across the planet. There was the usual private quarters for the crew, and many large meeting rooms filled with screens. The design of the future is built for efficiency. Minimalist metal paneling and exposed wiring running along the ceilings was typical. At the front of the station is a ship loading bay, where a Volpox named Sabbath was preparing to do the unthinkable: land his ship on Earth. Sabbath was a retired admiral, part of earlier conflicts when the galaxy was a bit more volatile. The numerous conflicts fought by the Volpoks and their allies sought to democratize and liberate empires that stood against them. It was one of the reasons why Earth was chosen. It was already home to multiple budding democracies, any one of which could blossom into the government for all of humanity. Sabbath wagged his tail at the opportunity to research human culture. It was much different than from his homeworld. As part of his mission, Sabbath was tasked with finding a human who could be trusted with the ultimate secret, and to cultivate them into an ambassador for the fast approaching day when humanity would reach beyond the stars. Of particular note to the Volpoks was the similarities between their language and the various languages on Earth. While many other parallels to Earth were often overlooked, this one was one that stuck out more than the others. Was Earth the key to solving the Volpoks' mysterious history? Sabbath boarded the compact spacecraft. The familiar sound of the radio relaxed him a bit. It was usually on one station, the Galactic News Network. Without conflict and civil strife to cover, the news was only filled with celebrity drama and the occasional independent pieces from the various civilizations in the Milky Way. He looked toward the back of the craft, which had enough room for a full bed and a tiny kitchen, at least enough to make snacks from. There was only room for two in the cockpit, chairs made with a durable blue material. There were still manual controls for the spacecraft, although the AI autopilot made everything a lot easier. Sabbath reviewed his plans. He would land on Earth and covertly sneak the human out, making sure to be as quiet as a fox. The human could also compromise things, so he had to be perfect. The loading bay doors began to open, and Sabbath commanded the AI to chart a course for Earth. The spacecraft roared to life, and with one final boom, the ship was gone. Victoria is a quaint suburban town situated just between a few cities and close to the rest of the rural valley. There's a contrast between the rural roots of the town and the new up and coming developments close to the town mall. Away from the shopping center, on one of the main streets, was a white raised ranched home. It had a 2-car garage, a lot of storage space. And the home was a small family, a mom and her son. His father had just left the picture, and so life had become a bit more tolerable. Mom had to work to keep up, so the 14-year-old had plenty of time to himself. On one particular night, Mom was away because she had finally saved enough money to go on the Fiji trip like she had always wanted to. For the son, it just meant snacks, soda, gaming, and no bedtime. At least school was out for the summer. After today's worth of gaming, though, it was time to go to bed. An absolutely normal bedtime of just past midnight. Sabbath's spacecraft cloaked as it approached the surface of the Earth. In just a few short moments, Sabbath quietly exited the vehicle in the backyard of a human residence with 2 stories, painted white. He moved tactically. He went for the sliding glass door and let himself in. He would, of course, repair the door later, as to leave no trace. Crept through the house, and was in awe of the decorations. He passed a cross and a few family portraits, and reached the boy's room. Sabbath carefully carried the boy all the way back to the spacecraft, and they left. When the boy awoke, he was hit by immediate shock. The first thing he saw was the vast expanse of space, but then he realized he was in a chair. He then looked beside him. It looked like some sort of fox, wearing a rugged orange and gray light armor. The fox alien was quiet at first, but then spoke. His voice sounded almost like a refined British English, and he introduced himself, the species, and his mission. This was, of course, a lot for the boy to process. But the prospect of exploring the universe? This wasn't just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it was now or never. He didn't know why he was chosen, but to heck with it. He would take the path to becoming Earth's ambassador. And so they traveled the universe. I wonder what new galactic stories they'll have to tell. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and comment. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new content comes out. I'm Wolvlax, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!